kind of want to change this, but it'll be alright. Hello. I think I want to change this. I'm gonna just have to turn it down for a second. I don't really like that one. It's so low. Maybe it'll go up. Oh, the other one was better. Thank you. I'm glad you guys liked my message in my video. No, I like that one better. This one is a little... It's not what I wanted. Let's try this one. Hey y'all. Oh, so it's kind of loud. We're gonna try this for a second. I'm trying to find music for the solar plexus because today is Sunday, which is ruled by the sun, and it's solar day. So I'm trying to find something for the solar plexus. Solar plexus is where your personal power is. I know a lot of you guys tell me you struggle with self-confidence. If you struggle with self-confidence, that means you have a block in your solar plexus. I just know somebody gonna say this is creepy, but let me turn it down a little bit. And I got my little... This does not help you in any way, obviously, but I just got a yellow thing because I wanted to. We eating together tonight. What y'all eating? What did y'all have for Sunday dinner? I didn't have a Sunday dinner. My daughter isn't here, so I just didn't do nothing special. I may go get something to eat after my live, though. Am I tripping? Look at that. It is good. I gotta enjoy my freezy while I can before it starts getting cold. I'm very confident. Okay, well that means your solar plexus is active. Good for you. I love that. I had 2 bites of a sandwich. Yeah. I actually ate better yesterday than I did today. I didn't really eat that much today at all. I didn't even eat until like 1 o'clock. I actually didn't even eat. At 1 o'clock, I had a matcha latte from Starbucks. And if you drink matcha, you know it really suppresses your appetite. And then a couple hours later, I made my little seaweed snack. And I just put rice and like either tuna or salmon. Today I did tuna with some spicy like mayo. And I put it in some seaweed. And that was it. And then I had some some Chef Boyardee ravioli. And now I'm eating my freeze, so. I'm dealing with a very jealous person. You gotta tell me about it. Sister offered me pizza. I was lazy to cook. Pizza sounds good. A Gouda breakfast sandwich with white chocolate milk. What the hell? Breakfast sandwich with white chocolate mocha. Breakfast is what's for dinner. That sounds good. I'm a Leo. Yeah, Leos are typically very confident. I love Leos. I love Leos. Okay, so I'm gonna wait like maybe a few more minutes and then I'm gonna start what I want to talk about today. Your last video spoke about what I'm up against. Y'all don't forget to like the live, please. Don't forget to like the live. I'm trying to get unshadow banned. I don't know why they're trying to shadow ban me. When I rewatched that video I recorded, I almost got emotional because some of y'all are just like so sweet. Y'all are so kind-hearted. And I was thinking about, I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie Cars, the first one. At the end of the movie, he went to race in the I think it's called the Piston Cup, and he went to race and he was about to win against the arrogant other car. I don't know his name, but he was real arrogant and nasty. He was about to beat him, and he noticed one of his components had no. I think the arrogant car. I'm trying to explain this. The mean car had hit one of his opponents, like trying to be rude. So he would basically he was being like a sore loser, and he hit one of the other cars, and Lightning McQueen had stopped even though he was about to win. He stopped and he went back to help that other car and push him to the finish line. And it was just like so sweet. And the mean car was like he was boasting like, oh, I won. Ah ha ha, you forfeited. And basically the goal was to be sponsored by this big company, whoever won the Piston Cup. And the arrogant car was just like, oh yeah, I won, you lost. But really Lightning McQueen won because he decided to lend a helping hand to one of his opponents, and really he won. And then he still turned it down. Like it's a cute little kids movie, but it just at the end is like it's cute because it's like a kind of like when my message was about humility and how like if you are the type of person to like lend a helping hand to somebody and have a kind heart, you're the winner. You're not the winner. You're not gonna win being like boasting and being mean and arrogant. I know I didn't explain that well, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. YouTube has its favorites. Cause you like when they shadow you. When these people cut my check, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Yep, that's what strong people do. Definitely integrity. It just looks better. Like it just looks way better. It's okay to be confident. It's okay to like talk good about yourself. But if you talk good about yourself and talk down on other people, you nasty. Me not a good person. You just not. You're really not. Okay, so it's enough people in here, so I kind of want to just move forward with the message. Put down my icy somewhere and get a pen. Put it right here. Y'all keep it cute in the comments because I really don't know what y'all be talking about sometimes, and just keep it cute, okay? So I was thinking about this before I got on live, and y'all know like one of my favorite books is The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. I talk about that all the time. So if you haven't read it, go read it. But it just had me thinking today, like I've been thinking a lot about like religion and just this world period, and how many people walk around unaware of what energy really is and who we have given power to, basically. And specifically when I was thinking about religion, I was thinking about how it's always some type of like tit for tat nonsense between the spiritual community and the religious community. Constant. And it's like we're fighting over nothing. There is no fight. And I feel like although religion can be a very beautiful thing, people don't realize that they use religion to keep people unaware. So when I have people who come across my channel and they say things like chakras are chakras are the devil and whatever else they be saying, it just makes me realize that it's like religion can be something that's used for evil almost. And to somebody who's unenlightened, that doesn't make sense. How can religion be something that's bad? But if you want to control people, a special group of people, and I'm not even going to get into that, but if you really want to control people, you can definitely use God. You can definitely use religion to control people because they're not going to think anything outside of what that umbrella that they were put in. They're not going to think to look into energy. They're not going to think to look into their own personal power because they're being told that, God is a jealous God and he doesn't want you to love yourself. I've heard that so many times. He doesn't want you to love yourself, and he's the only one that holds all the power. Now, me, if you know, and if you agree, whatever, I believe the creator is the creator. But I believe we are many creators. And I can say that to be true for my own personal life because I have used my own personal power that God gave me to create the life that I want. I co-create with the Most High. God gave us free will. And unless you're aware of that free will that God has given you, you're going to be controlled under this umbrella. You're going to be controlled by it. And you're not going to tap into what you can do. And people also use, like, for example, the other day, some guy was basically saying that I'm not even going to use him as an example, but I have seen a lot of like videos and like people say that they cheated on their significant other and the devil made them do it. That is something a lot of religious people, they use religion as a crutch to do things like that. The devil did not make you cheat on your significant other. You did that. You chose to go out there and do that. You decided to go do that. Exactly. It's a choice that you made. Whatever choice that is, you made that choice. I'm not saying that demons is not running rampant around here, trying to get people. I'm just saying you cannot use these things as an excuse. You have the power to create your own life, but it comes with the awareness of it. It really, really does. It just does. And I just want people, whether you're religious or not, it doesn't matter, but you have to have awareness of your own life and your own energy. You have to be aware of the fact that you are calling these things into your life. You are causing some of these things to happen because of your thoughts. The world is not just physical, the world is truly spiritual. And spirituality is up here and it's in here. So your thoughts and your feelings create your world and your life. And we can't blame God for everything. We just can't. We just can't. And I just find it to be so crazy that when we talk about energy, I might go to school to be a scientist at this point. I might go because I'm really into science. Because when we talk about energy, nobody believes that's true. But how can you not? How can you not believe in energy? How can you not believe in you you being able to change your life with your mind and your thoughts? How could you not believe that? Yeah, free will to create. Everybody that's religious isn't of God. Everybody that's spiritual aren't of God. It's about your relationship with God. Yes, but it's also about the relationship with yourself. And this is where I want people, like, you gotta broaden. You gotta go bigger. You gotta go bigger. Yes, it's about your relationship with God, but it's so much more than that. And religious people are taught not to love themselves and just to be one way. You gotta go bigger. It's so much bigger than this. Like there's a higher version of you. You have a higher self. Yes, there is a higher power. There is a divine, there is God, but you have a higher version of you, just like you have a lower version of you. In order for you to even have a higher version of you, you must have a lower version of you because that's how duality works. That's how balance works. We need balance in this world. Okay? And I know people don't like, some people don't agree with it and they don't like when I get into stuff like that, but I just want y'all to expand your consciousness. Having a relationship with God is like half the battle, in my opinion. I know so many people who are deeply religious and they're miserable. They don't know what they want to do with their life. They're still depressed. They have a relationship with God. They don't have a relationship with themselves. You need to have a relationship with yourself too. I don't agree with the God that some of y'all serve is a selfish God. That's not the God I serve. He's not a selfish God at all. And I feel like my God loves to watch me love on me and love myself because I went through years of not loving myself. What type of God would look at me and be happy about that? Oh, she doesn't love herself. That's great, but she loves me. I'm cool with that. Does that make any sense? Like, truly, does that really make any sense? Because it just doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. And my relationship with the divine got so much better. Man, I shouldn't have ate that freezy. Now I'm like, got the jitters and this fan is on. But my relationship with God got so much better when I learned to love me and I learned to know who I am. And you know why? Because God lives within inside of me. God is right here. The divine is right here. He's right here. How can I know God if I don't know myself? How can I love God if I do not love me? Hold on, let me see what some of y'all are saying. Religion doesn't mean you know God. Of course. And I'm not trying to get into that. I'm more so talking about like, because my channel is very mixed and I like that. There's a lot of mixed different type of people that come across my channel. But I brought that up because the only thing that religious people are lacking is awareness. That's what most people are lacking, is awareness. Like, if you only knew your power, and you got to understand, the this world is corrupt, right? This world is very, very corrupt. Why would they want you to know that you have power? Why would they want you to know that? Why would they want you to know who you really are and what you really can do? Because if everybody knew who they really were and were tapped into our own personal power, we would take over and we would run things. So to keep you small, they're going to strip you of knowledge, strip you of awareness, and they're going to tell you what you should think and tell you what you should do. And I want y'all to really think. It's not many of us out here, okay? It's not. At some point, you have to wake up. I get it. I get it, y'all. It's such a beautiful thing. Like, religion really is a beautiful thing. Life can truly be a beautiful thing. And I don't want anybody, I'm not going to tell anybody to stop being that at all. Because there are people who are religious, but they still have some type of awareness. Just a lot of them don't. Y'all, think about this. Why do you believe, my eyes touching, why do you believe everything that you're told? Why? So just because they told you this, you're going to believe it. Just because you read it in a book, you're going to believe it. And the thing about the Holy Bible, it's not completely wrong. You just have to read it metaphorically. You have to read between the lines of what they're telling you. They're not giving it to you raw. When have they ever done that? Why is everything a lie but religion? When have they ever given anything to you raw and it's the truth? Do you understand they have never given you the truth about anything? But when it comes to this book, oh, it's facts. What makes you think because they said it's of God that it's true? No, it's not. You have to read between the lines of what they're telling you. You have to. You have to like understand. I have been lied to. I can't believe every single thing they told me anymore. Do you understand what's happening in the world right now? That they are taking history out of history books, and there's going to be a brand new generation of children who don't know their history. Some of us are those children who don't know their history. A whole new generation of children are not going to know the true history of this land unless we tell them. And guess what? When they walk into that school, the school is going to tell them the lie is the truth. What they're reading in this book is the truth. And if you say anything else besides this, I'm going to fail you. They're going to fail these kids because they don't want to believe in a lie. And in order to pass at school, they must believe the lie. And it blows my mind. There are people in this world who don't question anything. Those are the NPCs that we talk about. Those are the people we say, like, you're not, there's no way you're a real person. Like, where is your soul? You have to question everything. Even the things I'm telling you, I'm not claiming to be some genius, okay? Only thing I'm here to do is to plant a seed that will help you unlock more truths and more truths in your own life. I'm not saying everything, like I told y'all, true enlightenment is knowing that you know nothing. That's true enlightenment. I'm not the end all be all, I got all the answers. I just want to spark something in y'all so y'all can take it and y'all can think and y'all can go think about it and use your own discernment and decide for yourself You don't have to take my word for it. I'm teaching y'all to think for yourself. How do you think? What is your intuition telling you? What is your discernment telling you to do? That's all I want. I just want people to think for themselves, because one thing I cannot stand is someone who doesn't think for themselves, like on a spiritual level and a practical level. Even outside of like school and work and religion, even in your own personal groups, stop allowing people to tell you what to like, who to like, what to eat, what not to eat, where to go, what to do. Stop listening to everyone. Like, you are literally being controlled. You are a puppet. Even if you're so woke, if in your circle and on a practical level in your family, if you believe if you just trust them with your life, and every single thing that they tell you, you just listen to, and you can't think from yourself. You said you like raspberries. Somebody else said, I don't like raspberries. And you like, oh yeah, you right. I don't like raspberries either. You right. You could say you like raspberries, and they done put down a whole list of reasons why they don't like raspberries, and now you don't like raspberries no more. That means you are not in control. You are a puppet, and you cannot think for yourself. And you're probably a people pleaser, and you need to go heal that, because you're going to wake up and one day realize you lived for everybody but yourself. And that's just practically. If we move up the ladder and we talk about spirituality and what this world really is, if you don't tap in and become aware, you're going to get left behind. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying it because people really, really need to learn to think for themselves. They don't want you to think for yourself, because the power that you have is not even of this world. Like, it's just, the power that you have is not even of this world. Do you understand that? They want you to think everything is just basic black and white. You wake up, tomorrow some of y'all gonna wake up, brush your teeth, take a shower, drive to work in traffic, honking your horn, get to work, have some coffee, spend 8 hours at work, say goodbye to your coworkers, go home, get back in your car, drive through traffic again. You might stop and get dinner. You might stop at a grocery store, get back home, feed yourself. This is what they want you to do. They keep you in a constant loop. They have to create a world where we have to work for things like water and shelter and food that should be free, that God gave us for free. He gave us these things for free, but they have to create a world where we have to work for it, because it keeps us in a constant loop and a cycle of the matrix that we'll never escape out of, because we have to pay bills. It's so many bills. It's crazy. It's so many taxes. We're getting taxed on things we should not be getting taxed for. We have to pay for things we should not pay for. It's a constant loop. How can you focus on self-love? How can you focus on tapping into your power? How can you focus on opening up your pineal gland? How can you focus on any of that? And then for some of us who do escape, because some of us do, we're going to poison your food, and we're going to poison your water, and we're going to put poison in your medicine on purpose, and we're going to create diseases so you can come into our hospitals and pay us money. Oh, you're vegan? Okay, we're going to clone your vegetables and your fruit. Oh, that's not good enough for you? Okay, we're going to put programs and music in TV and movies. Oh, that's not good enough for you? You're still trying to get out? You're still trying to escape? Okay, brand new iPhone just came out. Buy it. Oh, that's not good enough for you? You're trying to go buy some land and build a compound for your family and garden? Okay, well, now we control the weather. And we just took out your entire piece of land that you just bought for your family. We just took out the food garden you just planted. We just took out the food forest that you just planted. Oh, you're trying to save money for your family? Okay, well, now we're going to take your money out the bank. Oops, there's nothing that you can do. The banks are shutting down. There's nothing you can do. Oh, you're trying to get on YouTube and TikTok and spread information and help people come aware? All right. Now the internet is going to shut down now. There's no more internet. Now what are y'all going to do? How are y'all going to communicate now? You're trying to wake people up? We're shutting everything down. Now what? Now what are you going to do? Oh, you want your kids to go to school? They need to get this vaccine. Oh, you want to homeschool your child? We're calling CPS. I'm just saying, stop me when I'm lying. I'm saying all these things to say, if they lie to you about everything, what makes you think they did not lie to you about religion? What makes you think they didn't lie to you about God? God gave them free will just like he gave you free will. What makes you think they're not lying? Why are you so trusting in it? Seek God on your own. That's what you need to do. You need to seek God on your own. In order to do that, you have to be aware. That's the power in the awareness. Awareness of yourself and the world around you. Because they have stripped you of your power over and over again. They have stepped on us over and over again when we're the ones with the power. Some of us really, really, really got it. And it's the ones that they have degraded and mocked and belittled and embarrassed and humiliated and sold like cattle and stripped away from their children and purposely, intentionally tried to destroy. But some of y'all don't want to hear that. Some of y'all really gonna run away from that truth. But you need to ask yourself why. Why are they targeting this group? Why do they keep targeting these people? Why? And they're convincing you that it's somehow our fault because you cannot think for yourself. They told you it was our fault. And literally right now, they're distracting you by having these old men. I can't even say what I want to say. But y'all see what's going on right now when it comes to politics. That people just feel like they know so much about. You know nothing. You know what they're telling you. And everything they're telling you is a lie. Call me crazy. Yep, time of great deception and great awakening. Absolutely. But don't worry, because all we have to do is keep waking up. That's all we have to do. The more of us who wake up, the more of us who become aware, The more of us who are tapping into our power that God gave us, they don't stand a chance. Energy is real. Energy is really, really, really real. You get enough people, I don't care if it's a school, a workplace, a community, you get enough people to be in the energy of positivity and love, that community is going to be surrounded by positivity and love. You get a community where people are miserable and mad and sad, that community is going to be miserable, mad, and sad. Is it not? So how can you tell me that energy is not real? So when you think about this planet and how, like, just think about back when the pandemic started. The world shut down. The world was miserable and sad. That was the energy being emitted out. That was one of the things they wanted to do, to somehow try, and failed miserably. If anything, they helped us become more aware to try to lower the vibration of this world. But it didn't work. If you think you cannot do that in smaller places like schools and communities, if you think you can't do that on a bigger, larger scale, you're crazy. It's so true. Why is it that when I'm doing so-called modern things every day, it's cool, but when I decide to like fast or focus more, almost everyone is attacking me and strangers? I have a feeling that you know the answer to that. Love is definitely the answer. 100%. Love is definitely the answer. How can they strip you of love? And I didn't even say this part. I talk about it all the time, but I didn't even mention it just now. How can they strip people of love? You see what they're doing with men and women right now, right? They don't even like it's so toxic. These people know what they're doing. I just want the rest I know y'all know. I just want the rest of the world to see it. It's so obvious. Like it's so obvious. They don't want us to love each other. They don't want men and women to love each other. They've been planting this seed for a very, very long time, y'all. Because if they strip us of everything that we have and try to do everything in their power, all that stuff I just named that they do, what's the one thing they cannot take from us if we have it? Love of self and love of one another. Because at the end of the day, if they're taking from us, but we still have our families and we still have our partners, we still have our kids, we're fine because we're still moving with a place of love. We're still vibrating high because we have each other. So what are they going to do? They're going to send people in the music industry. They're going to flood your social media page and TikTok page with toxicity, so you're too afraid to love another person. So you stop loving. You don't even want love anymore. Women don't want to love men. Men don't want to love women. It was on purpose. And if you're aware, because this is an issue with the spiritual community too, We're so aware and so enlightened, but a lot of us are still scared of love. A lot of y'all are still afraid of being hurt. They did a great job on that. They did a great job on that. Some of y'all are so brilliant, but you still have a toxic view of love. But yet you know love is the strongest and highest vibration on the planet. Is you know love is the highest frequency in the world. It's gotten to the point now, women don't even want to have kids. Women don't even want to be in relationships anymore, which backfired on them because they need women to have kids, because if women have kids, we'll produce workers. I know it looks like everybody's having kids, but it's not. There's a shortage on babies right now, which is why they did what with abortion? They did that quick. They did that quick, y'all. That was like a blink of an eye. Abortion was gone. That's because we're not producing workers for them. But they did that. Every single thing they do to us backfires. They stripped us from love. They didn't want us to love each other. They made it so toxic that women are seeing other women who have kids and how poorly single moms get treated and how easy it is to be a single mom or a single parent, period. It's so easy. It can happen to anyone. It doesn't matter if you have a ring on your finger. It can happen to anybody at any second. And women are seeing that. They're not safe from it. So they're not having kids anymore. They don't want to be married anymore. They don't want relationships anymore. And I don't blame them. And I'm not mad at them. But that's what happens when you mess with love. It's going to backfire on you. Now you have less people to work for your factories. And guess what happened? They have it's constant, y'all. Now we have AI. Now we have robots. Notice the pattern. You have to be good at pattern recognition. You have to see that. There's a pattern happening right now. Women are not having babies. Okay. We don't have enough workers for in the next 40 years. We need robots. Now they have robots. They have AI. Watch how that backfires on them next. Evil is constantly in motion, but evil is never going to win. It wasn't destined to win. The prophecy says the light will win. Good will win. That's what the prophecy says. They know that. They just need to take as many of y'all with them before they get out of here. Before everything hits the fan, they need as many of y'all as they can get. Because that's generational trauma. Just like people who look like me, the trauma runs deep. It runs deep. Your ancestors' trauma is running through your veins right now. It's in your blood right now. It runs so deep. So they know if they get you, they already got your kids. They already got your grandkids. They're cool with that. That's why right now we're in a time where the ones who are breaking generational curses, it's hard because we're breaking a lot of them. We're breaking a lot of generational curses right now, and it's very, very hard. And if you know, you know. And if you don't, you're just ignorant to the subject. It's not my problem. But it is hard. It is exhausting to do this. But I want y'all to keep going and remember, like I tell y'all, when I do this, I don't just do this for my daughter. I do this for my future grandkids that haven't even been thought of yet. Because I know what my ancestors went through, I'm going through today. It's running through me now. For my ladies, do you understand that your mother carried you and all of your grandkids that you're going to have, all the daughters that you're going to have, you understand your mother carried you in her womb? Like, women are born with all of our eggs. All of them. Not only did I carry my daughter, I carried my grandkids. Energy is real. If I'm carrying these eggs inside of me, they feel me. They're gonna feel that energy when they come here. But don't think that trauma cannot be reversed, because it can. Spiritually, physically, scientifically, however you want to get down to it. You can change that. I tell you all the time, when you experience trauma, trauma changes you physically. It physically changes you. When you heal from trauma, you physically change. It's called a glow up. That's not for Instagram. That's real life. You physically go through a glow up when you heal. Just keep going, because I know it's hard, y'all, but you were put here to do this for a reason. You were chose to be here to break these generational curses for a reason. Because you were the one who was going to be able to do it. Nobody else could do it. So they chose you because they knew you could do it. They knew you were going to be the one. It's already done, if we're being honest. You already did it. Time doesn't exist. You already did it. You already won. So keep going and know that you're destined to do this. But make sure that you're aware. Keep seeking awareness. Just keep going, y'all. Keep just growing and learning and gathering knowledge. Write things down. I got like 3 or 4 journals that I'm going to pass on to my daughter. I don't care how embarrassing it is or the stuff I wrote in there. It's some game in there too. Get a journal, men and women. Get a journal, write it down, pass it on to your kids, and tell them to pass it on to your grandkids. I would kill for my great grandma's journal, or a piece of her history, or something, so I can know about my ancestors and like who really came before me. I don't know much about my family who came before me. Take pictures, all of that, everything that you need to do. Keep a time capsule, something. If you don't have kids, write a journal anyway. Somebody will find it. There's a lot of people, a lot of the greats didn't have kids or couldn't have kids. They still documented time and history so it doesn't get lost. And if we don't document this history, it will get lost. You may not have kids. Maybe you got a nephew. Maybe you got a niece. Maybe you got a godchildren. Maybe you just got a friend who has kids. Whatever, it don't matter. Could be a neighborhood kid. Doesn't matter. It's okay. I feel like you finding out this information right on time. No, I'm not preparing for death. I'm just, you know, I feel like it's good to think about these things now. I didn't write in my journal because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna die one day. Let me go ahead and I didn't do it for that reason. It was just as I completed journal, I'm like, wow, I would love to pass this on to my daughter. I want her to read this one day. Yeah, I think it's really important. Once you have children, life changes a lot. And you got to be a little bit smarter and wiser with the decisions that you make and how they'll affect your kids. And you got to set your kids up the best that you can for success. Don't make their lives hard, okay? Do not purposely make your kids' life hard because your life was hard. That's not breaking a generational curse. I don't care how enlightened you are. Make their lives easier. Set them up for success. There's so many different things that you can do. I promise you. So many different things. So you can start now. Even how you speak to them and how you treat them on a daily basis is setting them up for success. Even if you don't have much to give them right now, speak to them with kindness and teach them about this world. Teach them about spirituality. These kids are so smart. Even you doing that and planting those seeds in your kids is setting them up for a lifetime of success. Yes, give them your time. Spend time with them for sure. Thank you. I did what you said. Thank you. It helped tremendously. But I have to find something else out. Like I have a mission in life like everybody else, and I just need answers. Death isn't something to be afraid of. The real fear comes from holding one's self to higher standards of themselves and feeling as if you have not reached a goal you believed you should have been reached. I can see that. I'm definitely not somebody who is afraid of death, but it's funny. I used to be a real big hypochondriac. Like y'all remember those Final Destination movies? Those used to scare me so bad. I used to be so scared of dying. But that was when I was like a kid. But as I got older, I think life just hardened me. And I'm just like, I don't care. When God is ready for me, I'm ready for God. I'm not in a rush, but I'm at peace. Oh yeah, cartoons are big for like hidden agendas. Something my spiritual teacher taught me, the difference between like American cartoons and like anime. If you watch anime, there's a lot of like esoteric knowledge in anime. Like she didn't put me onto a lot of anime shows. And they put a lot of like deep just occult knowledge in there. And it's crazy. And then in American cartoons, they may do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but it's mostly just brainwashing and demonic subliminals. It's not really nothing that's going to raise your consciousness. Yeah, it's more like you flip the traumas, the rate level you suffered, the rate of the reward you get when you break through. And I believe my kids don't have to go through this too. Facts, I agree. It's like transmutation. It's exactly what I believe. If you've been through a lot, if you take the time to heal that and like really just focus on breaking these generational curses and stay determined, the rewards you get is equal to the trauma you got. It better be, right? It better be. I didn't go through all that for nothing. Does love block us? I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say love blocks you. I feel like you can subconsciously block love though, which I feel like most people are doing out of fear and trauma. You gotta let that go though. You gotta let that go. You really do. There's nothing, there's no amount of pain or heartbreak I could go through that's going to stop me from having my heart open to love in many different forms. Like, I feel like that's a trick of the enemy. If the enemy doesn't want you to have love, he's gonna break your heart over and over and over and over and over and over. Till you're like a wounded puppy. You don't believe in it. You're traumatized. Have you ever seen a puppy or a dog that was abused by a human? And then when a human comes along and tries to love them, they're terrified or they're angry and they'll attack you. A lot of y'all are like that. And it's sad. And although we understand why you're like that, even a dog who went through trauma and it was abused by a human will learn to accept a human's love. The dog will go through the rehabilitation stages and learn to trust again. Even a dog will do that. It is called breaking their spirit. So you, as a human being, need to, one, know that you are deserving of love, and two, you have to heal from what you went through, even if it wasn't your fault, because you don't have the right to hurt other people just because you've been hurt, because karma is really real, and it's not fair. It wasn't your fault that you were hurt, but it wasn't this person's fault either. So to heal from it, if you want love, heal. Thank you, TT. But the best thing you can do right now, y'all, if you don't know what to do, honestly, is to focus on yourself. You can't go wrong. You're not going to be punished. Focus on yourself. Heal your inner child. Heal whatever it is that's inside of you that is holding you back from living your best life. Because don't think because how the world is going that you can't live your best life, because you can. You absolutely can, and it's not too late, and it's not over. They want us to think it's over. They want us to lose all hope and lay down and die and throw our swords down. No, 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 no. It'll be none of that. Some of us just have to. We got some more healing to do, so you can see the world from a new set of eyes and see the world from a different lens. Like, that's really the truth of it. You will see the world from a completely different place. That dark cloud that you have over your head or had will be gone. Take it from me, okay? I promise you. I had a dark cloud over my head forever. It's not there anymore. It's just not. But it literally did not go away until I healed. And then some people will say, why do I have to heal? Why do I have to do all this stuff? Why do I have to do all this stuff? Can I just stay toxic and rock out with my lower self forever? Can I just do that? Why do I have to do all that? Why do I have to become an enlightened being? You don't have to do anything, for one. But when we talk about longevity, what you're doing now, acting in your lower self now, being toxic now, it may seem fun now, but one day life is going to hit you like a truck. It really is. So whatever your trauma is, whatever it is that you're holding on to, it's going to get you. It's going to hit you. It just hit me early. I'm 24, so it got me early. It got me at like 19. Everyone's story is different. It may not hit you until you're 50 or 60. But it's inevitable, and I want y'all to understand that. That's why healing is necessary, because trauma has to come back up. It's inevitable. There's nothing that you can do to push down trauma and suppress it, because you're either going to give yourself a brain aneurysm, die from a heart attack from stress, or it's going to hit you until you deal with it. But there's no escaping it. And wouldn't that be terrible if it hit you when you were 60, or you're on your deathbed at like 90? Wouldn't that be terrible if everything you could have healed hit you when you're old? You can't even apologize to people no more. You can't fix it no more. You can't even move how you used to move. You can't even chase your dreams no more. Wouldn't that be terrible? I would hate that. And it happens to people all the time. It hits them late in life, and they can't go back. That's one thing you cannot get back is time. And the problem is, people think the only way to have fun is to be toxic and to mess around and whatever it is, y'all know what I'm trying to say. People feel like it's the only way to have fun. You can have fun and be healed. But the thing about it, life is more fun. Because whether you're healed or unhealed, life is hard. And things will happen. Pain will come. But when you're healed and pain comes, you can keep going. You can get back up. But if you're not healed, and that inevitable pain comes and hits you, you may not get back up from that. So just do it for your future self. Don't do it for the right now you that thinks it's okay to do this because this is all you've ever known. Do it for the future you, because it's just worth it. I must have missed something. Oh. I don't know why I feel guilty to have a great life and feel good. There is guilty feeling to it because thinking you're being selfish. I know. It can be like that, but I feel like, I'm not going to say one day you'll get over it. I'll just say it takes practice. That's like a trauma response. It takes practice to tell yourself and understand, I deserve to be happy. I deserve everything good that life has to offer. It takes practice. Just let time go on. There's no easy way for me to tell you how to feel like you deserve good things. It just takes time. So just intend every day. Even affirmations work. Tell yourself every day, I deserve everything good that life has to offer. I deserve to be happy. I deserve peace. Affirmations work. It got me at 54. 54 isn't too old, but it just depends on what happened. So I feel for you. But I'm glad you said that so other people who have not reached that age can see, like, yeah, it's going to get you. You can't escape death in a sense. No one can. It's funny I mentioned the Final Destination movie. If you've ever seen it, you cannot escape death. And we talk about how healing and going through that transformation period is like dying, and how it's a death and rebirth. You cannot escape death. One way or another, whether it's physically or spiritually, it will get you. You have to think about the habits you have now. It is holding you back from life you want in the future, helping you. Treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. I know people, and I'm sure y'all do too, who they like that dark energy and that's what they run with. And the thing about me is, I understand duality and I don't see all dark energy as a bad thing or like a terrible thing. It's just about what you're doing with it. Like, you got to understand, when God created this world, He created darkness just as He created light. And balance and duality is important. But there's some people who are too consumed in their lower self and their darkness. They're too consumed with it. They like it. Yes, you can use dark energy to make something beautiful. Absolutely. It's called transmutation. That's why it's so necessary. Some of y'all's past, that's dark energy that's still stored in you, and you healing that, you're turning it into light energy. How are you going to turn it into light energy if you didn't have the dark energy to work with? Balance is necessary. And I know people who are just like, they love it. They love, and it's not even, it goes further than just like the darkness. It's like they love the like, the devilish stuff, like the demonic stuff. And I don't mean worshiping the devil. I mean like just being a low vibrational bad person. Just doing wrong, like doing wrong by people. It makes them feel good. They like it. They get off on it. Just doing wrong to people intentionally. And they're never going to change. Okay? Never going to change. So if you know somebody like that in your life, understand they're not going to change. Don't even look. Don't watch. Turn your head. Don't look. Especially if you consider yourself like a light worker or healer or whatever. We can't help but try to fix things that are broken. But it's not your responsibility. It does rub off on you really easily. You may be powerful enough to, clean yourself up, but why slow yourself down trying to help somebody who's tainted? They're gonna taint you. Is it really intentionally, or is their spirit dead already? I don't know, but I don't want no parts. Because either way, they can't be fixed. Only God, that's something only God can do. That's a level of power I do not have. Only God has that power, and I'm not going to get in His way. And I'm going to just keep it pushing because I don't have time for that. I got my own stuff to worry about. And you can, even if you're doing a good deed by trying to help somebody like that, even if it's your intentions were good, you can block your blessings doing that. You can definitely block your blessings. And you're like, what? I was trying to do the right thing. Yeah, but if God doesn't block your blessings and shake up the energy, you're not gonna realize that every single time that you get back in this person's life or you try to interact with this person in any way, it'll be good for 2 seconds. All of a sudden, everything's falling apart. You're losing money, you're losing opportunities, you're losing friends and family, your health is declining, you're getting back into bad habits. It's not that hard to tell. It's just that when you have a good heart, it's hard for you to walk away from certain people, especially if that person did a great job of like really attaching themselves to you. Like really, really trying to attach themselves to you. It can be hard, but it's not impossible. And you got to understand, no matter what, every single time you go back to this person, it could be a mom, a dad, a sister, a brother, a cousin, a boyfriend, girlfriend, a sneaky link, whatever. Every single time, the outcome is going to be the same. It's never going to change. They're never going to bring positivity into your life. Nothing good is going to come from this relationship, and it's going to happen every time. So if you keep on allowing your heart to move you to keep on going back to this person who you know is no good, you are a fool. And you're going to keep on delaying your blessings. God is not going to bless you with this person around. He's just not. I don't care how much you love them. I don't care how good the sex is. I'm going to just say it. I don't care about none of that. That is not worth blocking your blessings for. That is not worth causing delays in your life. It's just not. When you can have whatever you think is whatever amazing that you're holding on in this person that you think is so great, you can have that in something good that's abundant, that's fruitful and will grow and won't corrupt your life and block your blessings. One thing about like the devil and somebody who is really low vibrational and not good for you, it's gonna be one thing about that person that keeps on bringing you back. Of course, they can't make it easy for you. They can't make it easy. They gotta make it a little bit hard. Show me who you really are. All the soldiers in the chat, show me who you really are. You really a soldier? You really that strong? Okay, we'll see if you can get away. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. But you can do it, and it's okay, because you got to remember, if I sacrifice this person, I get it all. I can have everything. They only have one thing that keeps pulling me back in. It could be anything. It could be even money. It could be money, whatever. God, whatever it is, the devil knows your weakness. Whatever your weakness is, that person may have something like that in them that you're holding on to. But why settle for that when you can... I'm screaming. Y'all are so funny. Why would you settle for that when you can have way more than that? Something better. You think this is so good when it's not even that good. Okay? Let me just say that. It's not that good. Especially if it's going to come with all that. Uh-oh. I don't want this ad to play. He's about he broke, Sid. Y'all, my name is spelled with a C, not an S. Y'all keep trying to put an S on my name. It's a C. That's so funny. Okay, we can listen to this one. It's not that loud. What do y'all want me to say? Say what? I just know who's in my collective because I pick up on y'all's energy, so I know how y'all get down, and I just want to tell y'all not to. And I feel y'all, like, I feel y'all. It's just not worth it. The outcome is never going to be different. Especially because it doesn't have to be romance. It could be family, like your mom or your dad. It's so hard to let your mom and dad go. No matter how toxic they are, it's hard. Because you have unconditional love, or a sibling. You have unconditional love for them. They can have a drug addiction. They could be stealing from you. You just don't want to let them go. But you have to. You really do have to. Do you think everyone suffers from some sort of addiction? I think most people do, but I feel like not everyone is suffering from them at the same time. Like, I don't think everyone in the world is suffering from addiction right now. It's possible, but it takes a lot of discipline to pull yourself out of that. And I feel like there's people in the world who have probably done that. Vibrating on higher frequencies is so necessary. Sounds corny, but avoid bad energy at all costs because it will cost you big time. Facts. That's facts. And then when you like go through a spiritual awakening, you can't do it anyway because every time you try to partake, it backfires on you. So it's like you'll try to partake in it and it's no point because it's not going to go anywhere. It's only temporary pleasure. It's not going to go anywhere. No matter how good, y'all. However good it, and I'm not talking about sex when I say this. I'm just saying no matter how good it feels in that moment, it could even be you reconnecting with a family member that has every single time it's the same thing, the same problem. It may feel great and delightful at the time, but it's not going to last. And there's a reason for that. Because God's like, okay, yeah, God's watching you like, yeah, you having a good time, aren't you? You having a good time? All right, boom. Everything's going to blow up in your face. And he's just sitting there watching you cry. And it's like, did you learn your lesson yet? And sometimes y'all go right back. No, God, I didn't have enough. I didn't learn my lesson. I'm going back. Spending night bag and all. Y'all know what y'all be doing. Stop. It's not going to go anywhere. Give it up. That's a miserable life. You can't even enjoy the person because they're not for you. And they're just going to keep causing destruction. Stop it. Stop giving that person money. Some of y'all giving somebody money. You need to stop. Because you feel bad and you want to be captain. You try to be a fixer. You can't fix them. I promise you, there's people in this world that only God can. Jesus himself. I say this all the time. Jesus, you gonna have to come down here yourself, literally in a physical form, because I can't do it. It cannot be done. Especially if it's gonna come with all that. Exactly. I don't want it. I don't deserve it. I deserve better than this. You trying to give me crumbs? Like, what is this? Here in Nigeria, it's really hard to leave family members even if they useless. I know. Like, I feel you. I'm not a Nigerian. I understand that. I don't like this one. Shit. I don't like that one. That one got some weird stuff in the background. So what's wrong with Beauty and the Beast? There's nothing wrong with Beauty and the Beast because guess what? Beast changed. Did he not? And God sent, and I'm not going to say God sent, but it's because it's a movie, but it's like a cartoon. But in real life, that happens. She could handle the Beast. That's her person. Only person that can handle the Beast was Belle. And he changed for himself and for Belle. Nothing wrong with Beauty and the Beast. The problem is a lot of the beasts in y'all's life, they're not going to change. They're not going to change for you, and they're not going to change for themselves. And you know that. So don't play crazy. I used to be addicted to pain. Man, I feel you. Being addicted to pain will cause a lot of self-sabotage in your life. Yeah, you can beat addiction for sure. Oh no. When I got sober, I had no friends no more. They were never your friends, honey. Stay sober. Y'all are hilarious. I decided to let go of everything and everybody upon that full moon last night. I'm done. Good for you. Y'all talking about something she didn't sleep with him to get him to change. She kept her boundaries. It's a cartoon. Of course she didn't do that. Her loyalty to herself showed him the error of his ways. I agree. You definitely don't ever think what's between your legs will change a man or a woman, because you gonna find out the hard way that it's not. So I agree, but y'all funny. Because Belle didn't take nothing either. She wasn't, she didn't take no mess. That's a cute movie. Y'all make me want to watch it. It's just cute how he'll like, how he's like so angry and like his, I don't know the name of the people that live in his house, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Like the people, the little characters that live in his house, they'll give him advice like, try this. And Belle's like, she's not going for it because she needed real change and respect. So she, she wouldn't go for it, and the Beast would get so mad. I just thought that was so funny. He used to get so mad because he was rude to her, and he didn't. He had to come correct first. Y'all are funny. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay. I don't want to love from a place that hurts. One thing that I heard my spiritual teacher say that really stuck with me, she said, realistically, a lot of y'all are not going to get that perfect love story. Like, realistically. I'm sorry to break it to you. Some of y'all are going to be hurt by the person that you're meant to be with. And I know social media will tell you, if she hurts you, then she doesn't love you. If he hurts you, she doesn't love you. I feel all of that. But realistically, and it depends on how they hurt you. I'm not saying just take anybody back for any old thing. Like, there's levels to hurt. But some of y'all are not getting a perfect love story. I'm sorry. Some of y'all are going to be with the person that hurt you. Some of y'all have to forgive somebody, and y'all going to live a nice, happy life. There's couples out there who say how, like, they were in a relationship. One of them cheated, which is a terrible thing. But doing that changed the dynamic of their relationship because it made that person realize, I never want to hurt that person again. And they never cheated again. I'm not saying if they cheat on you repeatedly over and over again, obviously that's a problem. So I'm not saying your person is somebody who has cheated on you over and over and over and over again, or put their hands on you, or just hasn't changed or made any growth. I'm just saying some of y'all are going to have to forgive somebody and accept somebody who may have hurt you, but has shown true growth. Okay? We just talked about the Beauty and the Beast. Y'all are not, and not everybody's gonna get that perfect love story. I'm sorry. Some of you will, some of you will not. Just don't hold on to resentment, and make sure you take every relationship as a lesson of what you want, what you don't want, how you need to change. You know, it's life. I'm sorry. I know as women, we want that. We want that fantasy. We want that fantasy love. This is probably going to fall, but it's okay. We want that fantasy. We want that Cinderella story. We want that man to come in and sweep us off our feet. That's not going to happen for some of y'all. It's just not. And I feel like love is something so sacred. It's like, it just may not be perfect. I just feel like love is one of those things, especially when it comes to like manifestation, it's tricky. Because you may ask for like the perfect, you may ask like, God, I want this, 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 and this. God may send you that person and they may hurt you before y'all really have your union. Not in an unforgivable way, but just like, okay, they have some growing up to do. They're exactly what you asked for, but not the way you wanted them. So, that's life, man. There's always a reason to forgive. That would be after sorry. I mean, I've had to forgive people that never apologized to me. So, I'm definitely not waiting around for an apology. I'm going to forgive you for myself because I just don't want to hold on to that. And I have a whole life to live. And I don't have time to be holding on to your energy when you may not even be for me. You served your purpose. Everyone in your life serves their purpose. When you see children grow, you see them fall and get up again. You learn everyone is on their own journey and God is watching and we need to respect him. He only asks that we love him. Everyone is definitely on their own journey. And that comes with enlightenment also. You'll really start to look at people completely different. Even people that hurt you. Like, as much as you're upset about what they did, you learn to look at them like, okay, they were unhealed though. That takes true enlightenment. Like, it really does. To look at somebody from a higher perspective and say they hurt me, but it's okay and I can forgive them and move on. I don't have to take them back. I don't have to have them in my life, however the relationship is. But I understand they were unhealed and what they did had nothing to do with me. Nothing. How that person treated me is not a reflection of who I am. That's a reflection of who they are or who they were at that time. That doesn't make me or break me. It does nothing. It does nothing. They serve their purpose. And I know a lot of women get told nowadays how a man treats you is a reflection of how you are as a woman. Like, they'll say things like, if he don't spoil you, he don't love you, or if he don't spoil you, or if he don't do this for you, you not that girl. As women, we need to stop allowing the actions of men to decide who we are as a woman. These men are going to do what they want to do, and it has absolutely nothing to do with you. Because he can go and spoil the next woman and literally not give a damn about her. That does not mean that she is more valuable than you because she got all of this stuff out of man. It means nothing. Like, let's decenter as ladies. Start decentering men and understand you are whole exactly as you are. You're beautiful exactly as you are. And how a man treats you means nothing. Literally, and even vice versa, as a man. How a woman treats you does not change, does not take nothing away from who you are. Just because she dogged you does not mean that you're someone who deserved to be dogged or you're not a lovable person. That's just who that person is. It doesn't have anything to do with you. Detach from that. They dogged you because they're a dog, period. And you're a queen, okay? Period. You're a queen. You are still everything and more. And now you can take that hurt and you can allow it to elevate you to a place where they couldn't even go. They got to go through security to get to you while they're still in the same place. But don't allow someone to strip you of your love, because it's only going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt them. Understand that also. Someone can hurt you and go on and seemingly live their best life, but you holding on to that hurt is hurting you and is blocking your blessings. Let it go and keep loving yourself and love yourself even more, okay? Love yourself way more. Okay, so before I get off the live, I'll do a Q&A. I'm going to try to start doing them at the end. So if you guys have questions, you can ask them. But if not, I'm going to hop off. So I'm going to give y'all a few minutes. If you missed the live, go back and rewatch it. I added my release what no longer serves you shower meditation and my all you have to do is exist. It's in the description. So you'll see it if you want to listen to it. The shower meditation is really good, and even though the full moon has passed, we're still affected by the energy of it. So if you have not released what you wanted to release yet, whether it's you just writing, crying, venting, speaking your piece, whatever it is that you need to do, if you have not done that yet, I definitely feel like you should. And you can listen to my meditation. I'm pretty sure it's free. Unless you have Apple Music, then of course you got to pay for Apple Music subscription. But I'm pretty sure on Spotify, all you need is an account. So y'all can listen to it on either or. But literally, if you go on Apple Music or Spotify and search release what no longer serves me, you're going to see it. It'll say the spiritual baddie and you'll find it. Excuse me. But they're in my description box, so just click it. I don't see any questions. Y'all are funny. I don't see any questions, but thank you for everyone who joined the live and liked the live and shared the live. I really appreciate it. If you didn't see my video I posted today, go watch it. Go share it. Try to help me get unshadow banned. I would appreciate that also. But I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Stay blessed, stay positive, stay happy, and drink your water, please. Okay? Bye. Look at this piece of hair. What in the world? Bye.